Let's make some ginger simple syrup. Now, if you are into making kombucha, I am going to share a little secret with you. So the one secret to getting a lot of fizz in your second fermentation is actually to add ginger. That's why you'll notice in a lot of commercial kombucha flavors, there is a little bit of ginger that's included. That's why it ups the fizz factor. So we're gonna grab 1 ginger root. You don't have to worry about peeling it unless you really want to. So we are going to need 1 cup of ginger root chopped. So I'm going to cut mine into pieces about this size. So once we have our 1 cup all chopped up, we're just gonna put this to the side. So now we're going to grab just a small saucepan. We're going to add 1 cup of water. So depending on what type of simple syrup you're wanting to make, are you wanting it a light, a medium, or a heavy simple syrup? If you're wanting it light, you're going to add 1 cup of sugar. If you want a medium simple syrup, you will use 1.5 cups of sugar. And for a heavy simple syrup, we will be using 2 cups of sugar. So we're gonna throw our saucepan onto our stove and we're gonna turn the heat on to about medium. And we are gonna continue to stir this, allowing that sugar to be fully dissolved. I find it's easier to dissolve the sugar before we add our pieces of ginger in. Once your sugar is fully dissolved, we're gonna add in our ginger. And we are going to allow this to come up to that simmer. So once we've come up to our simmer, I'm going to reduce my heat slightly because I don't want to boil this too aggressively, but we are going to allow this to simmer for the next 30 to 45 minutes. So once everything's had a chance to simmer, I like to make sure that the ginger pieces are all nice and soft, because what I'm actually going to be doing next is making some candied ginger out of these pieces, and that will also be going into our kombucha. Once everything is done simmering to your liking, everything is cooked, we're going to turn off the heat, and then we are just going to allow this to cool down to room temperature before we strain out our ginger and put this in our storage container.